Alright, shalom. It's your brother CHAARAWTAZA from History of Zion. Okay, and today what we're gonna get into is we're gonna get into the word "ready" and what that means inside of the scriptures. Okay, and also we're gonna break down that King David was a black man. Okay, according to the scriptures. Alright, and according to the historical records. Alright, so first things first. The word "ready." Okay, today the so-called white man says the word "ready" means red. Okay, which that's not the real meaning of it, but just explain a little background information on it. Now, the white man today has created something what he calls new speech or new speak, and basically what that is that's the white man going in and corrupting and twisting words. Okay, so that he can deceive you. Alright, and that's what the so-called white man does. Alright, now if I could bring the scripture out real quick, just to start it out with. This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 14. Alright, it says, "Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood." That's what the so-called white man does, man. Okay, he brings forth falsehood. Okay, and that falsehood is corrupting the word, trying to corrupt the word of the Most High, trying to twist and mold the word of the Most High to make it fit to where it will look like he's the true Israelite. Okay, the so-called white man is the fucking devil. You're not Israelites. Okay, King David was not white. He was a black man. Okay, and so were all of the Israelites. Alright, so we get one more scripture before I get into the lesson. And this scripture is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first." Meaning the children of Israel, which are you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you had to fall away from the truth and forget who you are and forget your kings in order for this day to come, which is the day of destruction, and for the kingdom of heaven to come. It says the son, for there must be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. Who is the man of sin? Esau, the damn white man, the devil. Okay. And the son of perdition is the white man, because he's going into destruction. Who opposing and exalting himself above all that is called God. What is called God? What is called godly? The nation of Israel and their God, which is Yahweh. Okay, our God. Or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So that the white man sitting in the temple, meaning the temple represents the people of Israel, the children of Israel. So the white man sits in the temple of God, saying that he's the Israelite, and shows that he is God, which he's not, which he's saying that he's God. The white man saying that he's God. That's why he paints the white pictures of God, when God is a black man. Yahweh is a black man, Yahweh is a black man, and King David is a black man. Okay, I'm going to just keep reading. It says, I'm going to skip to verse 7. "For the mystery of iniquity already worked," this is the Roman Empire, "only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." And that's what we're doing now. We're about to break down that King David was a black man, and we're going to expose the white man for being a fucking liar, man. Okay. "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan," which is the white man, "with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved." Who receive not the love of the truth? 2/3 of Israel. You Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics that don't believe that you're the Israelites like we're telling you all. "And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion," meaning you gonna stay thinking that God, that the Most High, that his son Yahweh, or who y'all call Jesus, King David and the rest of them, you're going to think that all them people is white. Because the Most High going to give you that strong delusion, since you hate the truth. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. And that's a lie that King David is white. King David is not white. We're going to break it down. It says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And that's what you Negroes like. Okay? You like unrighteousness. Alright? You don't want to know about the Most High. About who King David is and what color King David was and what color the Israelites are. Alright? So, let's get into the scripture, man. Let's get into these scriptures and break down that King David was a black man. Alright? Alright, first scripture. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 12. We're going to start at 11. Alright, as soon as this thing comes up. Alright. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest. There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy. So that's the word niggas get. That's the word that these people in the world get tripped up on. They think King David was white, because it says now he was ruddy, and with all of a beautiful countenance. It says he was beautiful and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. Now white people are not beautiful, and they're not goodly to look upon, because a white man has leprosy. Alright? It says, Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forth. So it's talking about David, right? Now it called David ruddy. Alright? Now let's go to the New Living Translation version of the Bible. Okay, which the damn Illuminati has brought out. Okay, the Illuminati they the ones that own all these different translations of the Bible, these new translations of the Bible. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna make this disclaimer. Do not deal with this New Living Translation. Okay, the only reason I'm using this is to show you that the fucking white man knows that King David was black, and that he's trying to hide it from you. Okay. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 12, in the New Living Translation version of the Bible. Okay. It says, So Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome, with beautiful eyes. And the Lord said, This is the one, anoint him. So as David stood there among his brethren. So that's the point. It says that he was dark and handsome. Okay, it don't say he was white. It don't say he was red. It said he was dark and handsome. Showing you that the Illuminati and the so-called white man, they know that the Israelites were black, and they know that David was black. Otherwise, they wouldn't put this in their new version of the Bible. All right. So we got the whole thing on that. So let's go ahead and go to what this word ruddy is. Okay. Because we got to break down what that word ruddy means. All right. Because that throws a lot of brothers off. And, you know, some brothers don't know how to explain that, but you're going to get the full understanding of how to explain that today. Now, we're going on the Wiktionary. It says Ruad. Okay. It says, from